Hey, it's North Country Kev. Today we're going up to the White Mountains in New Hampshire. We're going to be doing Mount Lincoln, Haystack, and Liberty. Should be a fun time, should be good weather. So let's go. All right, we're getting started at the trailhead. It took us about a mile to find it, but we got Liberty Spring Campsite 2.6, and I believe Mount Liberty is right after that, so let's get going. All right, so we're on our way up. We've done about 1,800 feet of vertical, and we got about another 1,000 until we're at Mount Liberty. Looks like we got a little bear alert, but pretty close to the campsite and caretaker tent. This is Liberty Spring Campsite, I believe. All right, we just made it to the Franconia Ridge Trail. We got about 0.3 to Mount Liberty, and it's looking pretty nice up here. Looks like Mount Liberty's right up there. We'll see. All right, just got to the top of Mount Liberty. We're at about 4,500 feet of vertical. We started at about 8:30, and it's 11 a.m. now. It's a little hazy out, but still pretty good views. So this is the first of 3 that we're doing today. Oh, it is just a beautiful day. We just got off of Mount Liberty, and now I believe we're going to Haystack is the next one. So we're just gonna be traversing this ridge. Nothing crazy, but should be at Haystack soon. Some muddy parts on the trail, but you know, overall it's not that bad. Little growing in, not bad though. All right, looks like we just entered the Alpine zone. Should be at Little Haystack shortly. All right, that's the top of Little Haystack. I just dropped some of my stuff off, or my bag, so I'm gonna run up to Lincoln quickly and come back down. Should be pretty quick since I don't have my gear. All right, that's Lincoln right in front of us. Park ranger told me it was about 0.7 miles from the top of Little Haystack. About halfway there. I just made it to the top of Mount Lincoln. This is the view. You can see Lafayette over there. Did that a few weeks ago. You can see the Greenleaf Hut way in the distance, Franconia Notch, as well as Cannon. But yeah, not a bad view. All right, still making my way down Lincoln, but just stopped off for a quick break. All right, we're about to head down. I think it's about 3.2 to the highway. Yeah, so it's been a pretty rocky descent so far. Yeah, it is still very nice up here. I'd say it's got to be in the high 60s, low 70s. All right, we're about 0.5 down. It's starting to level out a little bit. There's some pretty rough rocks up there, pretty steep, but it looks like it's starting to switch back a little bit. So hopefully it should be a little bit smoother on the way down. All right, we are mostly out of water, so we're gonna fill up at this stream. All right, so we're down at the stream right now. I have 2 bottles of caplets to filter the water. I do eventually need to get a water filter, but one of these disinfects and one of these makes the taste a little bit better so it doesn't smell like the disinfectant. This is pretty clear, but you never know what's in the water, so I'm gonna add those caplets to it. All right, we just got back to the car. We're not gonna make it up to Kinsman in the time that we wanted to, so we are gonna save Kinsman for another day. But if you like that video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.